Coach, just open up with your general thoughts on the game tonight.
Yeah, obviously discouraged that we didn't get the win. We play these types of games, and we expect, especially at home, a home crowd against a team like Miami. Like we're expecting to come out of there with the win. But credit Miami, they made it hard, right? Put a lot of numbers in the box. First half, I don't know that they created a shot in the first half, and second half, late in the game, I think they had a couple half attempts and stuff like that. But anytime you get a team that just bunkers in and makes it difficult to break down, it's hard to score goals, right? Majority of goals, our goals were scored, in general with teams that kind of open up and we're able to get through them. But credit to Miami, they, like I said, they packed it in and made it difficult for us. So with this team, it's just going to take us, more time, right? We lost some big time players from last year. You look at Riley Parker, Riley Tanner, Rainer Reyes. The amount of attacks we got on the left side last year and balls into the box and Riley scoring, and we don't have that this year. And so now we've got to learn how to do it with new players and try new ways. So that's why you play these early games, right? So that you can get better, and hopefully by the time we hit SECs, we've got to figure it out.
Coach, what were some of the adjustments that your team made as you went on throughout the matchup, and nothing was really working on offense, and Miami was keeping up their defensive attack, especially the further down the pitch you guys got?
I tried a couple different things. I thought maybe if we pulled Gianna Paul out wide, maybe that could kind of get her a little bit looser. They did a good job of kind of bottling her up a little bit. So we put her out wide, and I thought she had success once or twice, but then it got a little bit predictable, and then they brought numbers over there and kind of shut her down there. So I think we are at our best when our outside backs get forward. Jessica, a couple times in the first half, got through. Not as much in the second half. We're still not getting enough from the left side. So we need to create more 2v1s out wide, get more numbers out wide, and I think that's ultimately how we're gonna score goals.
What do you think about your team spacing tonight, and how can you develop trust between between your team?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay at moments, and like I said, it's difficult when a team is organized like Miami. I mean, they do a lot of this. They play in the ACC where they're playing Florida State, Virginia, Duke, North Carolina. A lot of teams that have a lot of the ball. So I think they've got a lot of experience, doing this type of stuff, and it showed tonight. And we weren't good enough on the night to break them down. It's one of those things, though. If we're able to get an early goal, who knows if the one that was on the goal line, if that goes in, now do they come out and play a little bit more? Now is there space to get behind them? But as long as you keep teams 0-0, especially a team like that, they've got no reason to come out. They wanted to tie,
Coach, there were some things in the match that were out of your team's control, most notably some calls that maybe were or weren't made. What were your feelings on some of those, especially one at the end of the first half right there in the box?
Yeah, it's part of the game, right? Some games you're going to get those calls, some games you're not, and the more you dwell on them, the more you let them frustrate you, the more it takes away from us trying to do what we do. So we're gonna face a lot of that this year. We're gonna have some calls that go our way, some calls that don't. But again, the more we dwell on it, the more we focus on those things that we can't control, then the more it distracts us from doing what we're trying to do.
Gianna had an opportunity close to the end of the second half, about 10 minutes left, where it was almost one-on-one, but she ended up passing it up. But what did you see?
Yeah, I would have bet my life that she shoots that, because normally she does. But at the same time, if she shoots it and misses, we're probably saying, oh man, she should have laid that ball off or something like that. So it's easy to kind of second guess and say what if. But I thought she did a great job of getting in a dangerous position, and credit Miami, they made a play and prevented us from scoring that goal.
Short turnaround to Samford. What's going to be the message over the weekend?
Yeah, that's kind of the good news about the college game, right? You don't have too much time to dwell on results that don't go your way. So we'll let this one sting for a few minutes, and then as soon as we walk off the pitch here, now all of our focus shifts to a very good Samford team. I don't know what their result was tonight. Do y'all know?
I don't know.
Okay, so they beat Oklahoma last week. They beat Mississippi State in the preseason. They tied Auburn. So it's a very, very difficult opponent, and one that if we're not careful, if we're starting to look ahead to North Carolina or someone else, that they're going to nip us. So we've got a ton of respect for Samford. They're a very, very good team, and I'm sure being a local game, they probably take this game pretty darn serious. So we're going to make sure we do the same.
Yeah. Are there any lessons you think the team should or will take from such a slug-it-out game this early in the season?
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't know that we you know, it wasn't as if we underestimated them. It wasn't as if we came out sluggish or anything like that. You know, I think we need to just keep on focusing on finding ways to break teams down. And like I said, last year, and you know, this time last year, you know, it wasn't as if we were, you know, smashing teams and blowing teams out. You know, we had a 1-1 draw at Utah. We had a 1-0 loss to Miami. And, you know, as the season kind of wore on, we kind of got into a groove and started feeling good about ourselves. So for us, it's not as if it's just going to magically happen, you know, but at the same time, you know, we can't get overly discouraged and dwell on it too much. We got to just keep training, keep working at it, and get ready for the next one.
Yeah, Coach. 5 games into the season, especially after playing such a physical, you know, game that wears your players down like this one was. How do you feel about the conditioning, and are you gonna get to the point where you start to get a little concerned about players?
I don't think so. I think we're in good shape, and I mean, that's the college season, right? It's a grind. It's 2 games a week, and back to back to back to back. And I think we've got decent depth, and we've, you know, been able to rotate players in, and we'll continue to do so. But no, I'm not concerned about that yet. So we'll see as the weeks go on. But I think we're in a good place right now.
Good to go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all. Appreciate it.